What's up? Thanks for the happy birthday.
The ticket. That's the ticket. Oh, and the robot is down. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. Yikes! Looks like SpongeBob's in for a rough ride. Do-si-do. SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and ejected? Stay tuned!
Shark, thanks for the 64 months. It was good. It was good. Christmas was good.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated
Doesn't really
and
help
ejected?
that, you know, we're
Stay
streaming
tuned.
this crap, but next week I'm gonna make a decision on how much longer I'm gonna continue doing this for. It's the plan currently.
SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and ejected? Stay tuned!
That's really bad that that's happening.
SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and ejected? Stay tuned!
Thanks, man. No, I've got too much going on with this game right now. Thanks.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hope you guys enjoyed the brain rot highlights. By the way, new slot.
SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain?
We got 10 hours left of this year.
Go home defeated and dejected. Stay tuned.
Didn't really expect the way this shit would go, honestly. It took like half a year to get sub 41. And then it took like 2 months to improve it by 14 more minutes. Well, I mean, obviously they're different runs, but you know. Just goes to show how unpredictable speedrunning can be. Yeah, we're gonna try to get 39. I just might as well just do this a little bit longer.
SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go...
I mean, just to put that into perspective, right? The game being beaten 14 minutes faster.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the
14 minutes
robot's
before that
brain? Or will SpongeBob
was
go
2018.
and dejected? Stay tuned.
7 years ago. So the amount of time that was cut in 7 years was cut in 2 months. It happened this morning. Just think about that. It took 7 years to cut 13 minutes off the game, and then we just cut. I said 14, right? It took 7 years to cut 14 minutes off the game, and that same amount of time was just cut in the last 2 months. Not even. Like a month and a half, honestly. Around a month and a half. But yeah, obviously they're not comparable.
Will SpongeBob be
Or
able
just
to
like
neutralize the
any
giant
percent's just not
robot's
really
brain?
a thing I'm
Or
probably
will
gonna be like
SpongeBob go
calling
home defeated
this
and
stuff
dejected?
anymore, and like
Stay tuned.
I'll be calling this PS2 runs, and I'll be calling that Xbox runs. Like any percent is kind of just like, I don't know. It's not really I mean, it's like any percent for PS2 and any percent for Xbox, but
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize
when I put up that run
robot's
today,
brain?
I just called it PS2 record, like, you know. They're just different
Will
things.
SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain?
Perfectly valid for this game, seeing as they're just entirely different games outright. It's like
Will
not even
SpongeBob
comparable
be able to
whatsoever.
neutralize the giant robot's brain? Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain?
I also keep getting unlucky at the end of this fucking game, dude. Like, I keep getting bad luck on this area.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and ejected? Stay tuned.
It's actually really crucial that we don't get bad luck anymore. We'll see. I mean, I'll probably decide next week if I'm gonna keep going or not. Make a decision next week. Yeah, it's 50%, yeah. 25% chance you get good luck in both levels.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize
Like 25% chance together that you just get good luck. Yeah.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's
See, I got the
brain?
50% in the record, but I didn't get 25%.
Stay tuned.
Which is an extra 2 seconds. So, I don't know, maybe it could have been like a 26-34.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant
Maybe.
robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and ejected? Stay tuned.
Maybe.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and ejected? Stay tuned.
Yeah, this is a game that's like... when you just play it for fun, it's really hard to not want to get every spatula. Like, whenever I replay it, it just feels weird not getting everything. It's just a very fun game to play when you're not torturing yourself. But yeah, it is pretty insane, like...
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize
if you ask
the
me what the
giant
world
robot's
record would have been
brain? Or will SpongeBob
at
go
this
home
point,
defeated and ejected?
like going into
Stay
2026, I would have maybe said 40-37, like I just didn't get a run from September to now. I don't think I would have said 26-37. That's the kind of shit that like makes people laugh at you if you said that, you know? Like, I'd laugh at you if you said we would have had a 38 by the end of the year. And, yeah. Now, like, any beginner can just, like, turn on the game and get a 38. Pretty insane. Who knows, man? I'm just trying to get better at the game. I don't tend to think about things like that. Yeah. You never really know what's gonna happen. I think that Ratchet and Clank 3 just got a major break, too. Like, that game's like 3 minutes long now or something. Right?
Will SpongeBob be able to
All these
neutralize
PS2
the
games are
giant
just
robot's
breaking.
brain? Or will SpongeBob go
Because of,
home
like...
defeated and ejected?
I'll bet it was
Stay
fucking
tuned.
slop, dude. I'll bet the Ratchet and Clank run had like some menu glitch that just like fucks up the whole game. Just like all these PS2 games have. Yeah, it's unfortunate because this game is a really well-made game, but that is a very unfortunate oversight, and the fact that it only works on PS2 is really interesting, but like... To be fair, if it also worked on GameCube, it wouldn't even make a difference because PS3 is faster than the Wii. So either way, we'd still be just doing PS3. At least 20.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned!
If Xbox had the exact same route, it would just be faster because of loading times. Yeah. It's never gonna happen on Xbox. It's extremely unlikely that this ever happens on Xbox. Like on GameCube, it was kind of like likely, but Xbox it's just basically impossible. It's never gonna happen on Xbox. I sincerely doubt that. Like if the Xbox version is going to become the fastest version again, it needs to be like Ace, you know? Literally needs to be Ace. That's it. Like.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain?
No, it's never. Like, pause storage is not gonna happen on Xbox. I'd be fucking shocked if it did. But yeah, if Ace gets found, if it's possible on all versions, you can safely assume that Xbox will probably be the fastest version for Ace. Unless for some reason there's like some jank on GameCube that makes it faster. That would be a really interesting timeline. Like, if all three versions had unique routes and different speedruns, like they're just all different. That'd be really interesting.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected?
Happy New Year.
Stay tuned!
When do people go back to work? Some people are already back to work. I guess they'd be going back like Friday. Kids go back to school on Monday, I think, right? Time to go back to the slop. Reality. Yeah, I mean, nice, man. Yeah, I've been enjoying myself this holiday. A lot of family, a lot of visitors and stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah, if this had been the first thing found in the game, it never would have gotten a second look. I wouldn't be speedrunning. I'd probably be like a Smash player, or like a Guitar Hero, like Clone Hero player. I don't really see a scenario where I didn't stream on Twitch, but I probably would have just done like some other game and dedicated my life to that shit. But I don't know, I'm happy that things turned out the way they did. But yeah, if this game had pause storage in 2014, no shot that Rehydrated would ever have been made. Because that whole, like, the Twitch craze surrounding the game that was spearheaded by speedrunning, that like bled into like YouTube and stuff. That's really what caused this game to become popular. So, yeah, if pause storage got found, basically just none of this would have happened. When I was growing up, I was really into it, yeah.
Will
I mean, I still like, you know, I still like the game, but it's more like baseball to me. Like, I just look at the stats, I don't really watch anything. Like, I watched a lot of Melee when I was a teenager. I watched a lot of Melee and played a lot of, like, competitive, like, Smog on, like, casual competitive. And, like, Guitar Hero, like, I went for, like, FCs on my Xbox 360. That's kind of what I did, other than, like, sports and stuff when I was in school. But, yeah, I kind of just, well, obviously I finished school, but I dropped all my other games and, like, other, like, side hobbies and stuff to put focus on streaming and speedrunning when I was 19 years old. Because, yeah, I didn't want to leave it up to chance. I wanted to make sure that, like, this was it. Because I knew it was a good idea. Didn't want to leave it up to chance.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain?
Yeah, Melee's had a lot of issues over the years, definitely. I'll be making a decision about going back to Xbox next week. I'm just gonna try to get a bunch of other streams in before then. That was really stupid. Yeah, the hacks thing is just fucking... I mean, nothing more can be said about that than has already been said. But yeah. I really don't like, I mean, not to say that Mango was entirely in the right, but, you know, I think that there's a lack of accountability in every situation. Like, there are constantly people getting, like, you know, put in the middle of shit, taken advantage of, you know, stuff like that. Just a severe lack of accountability in Smash, for sure. Happy sloppy, happy slop. Yeah, and I just never really... I could never see myself giving up a community that I built, like, in my vision, you know? Like, I like the way things are around here. I think the people are pretty cool. Sometimes you get some weirdos, but, like... that's kind of what you get when you're playing a kid's game, like, on the internet. You're gonna get weirdos. You're gonna get, like, kids showing up sometimes, and you're gonna get weirdos, but... if you can, like, look past all that, there are some pretty cool people who like the games they grew up with, and they want to keep them interesting, you know? Like, what's so bad about that? Yeah, Smash isn't unique in that regard. Like, it's just another community that's, like, again, like, children are running the community, and, like, it's a game made for children, so you're gonna get, like, bad shit, you know? Just happens.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain?
It's a fun game to play casually, yeah. Speedrunning it is fucking brutal, but...
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the
I guess to a certain extent. For the average person, it's a fun challenge to attempt it if you're just, like, doing it for the sake of, you know, trying something that puts you out of your comfort zone, but if you want to actually be good at it, you have to dedicate a lot of your life to it and really take it very seriously. So, not exactly something I'd recommend doing, but if you want to, that's your own prerogative, you know? And there's really nothing to gain from getting a world record in this game at this point other than, like ego. You don't even really get clout from it anymore at this point. Like, speedrunning itself is much more grassroots now. It's far more content-pilled. Like, you'd be better off making videos about people who get world records than actually getting them yourself now, which requires a fraction of the effort, and, you know, it is pretty, like, you know, parasitic, but that's kind of just the meta now. People just make videos about people who speedrun and get world records, and about people who find glitches and the glitches they get found. It's not really about watching the runners, like, achieve feats anymore. But back when I first started, it was all about watching the runners get records, and that was the big thing that people wanted to see. That wasn't what made me want to do it. I just thought it was a cool game, and I wanted to show people the game, that like the game could be just as good or better than all the other games that people speedrun. That's what really got me hooked, was proving people wrong. But yeah, obviously, like, this is a pretty established game. I've been doing this for 10 years now. Anybody who's like involved in the speedrunning community knows who I am and knows what the game is, so it's no longer the underdog. I'm no longer the underdog either.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize
So when that happens, you have to find other motivation to keep yourself feeling. I know I'm kind of just on a tangent now, but
stay tuned.
yeah, like the same like kind of like attitude that was present 10 years ago that got a lot of people to like stick to this game long term is no longer relevant, but it is cool like that. A lot of people who played this game back then wanted to prove everybody wrong and like show people that the game was cool, despite the attitude that people gave us for playing a licensed kids game. Keyword is licensed though, because like everybody speedruns kids games like Mario, Zelda, Pokemon. They're all kids games. People speedrun them all the same. Minecraft, you know, like these are all games that we played when we were. Well, I wasn't a kid when Minecraft came out because I'm fucking old, but most people at this point who were on Twitch were children when Minecraft came out.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the
I was a
giant
teenager when
robot's
Minecraft came
brain?
out.
Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned.
A lot of time if you're getting hate for something, you had a good idea. At the end of the day, people who get a lot of hate, they usually are onto something. And yeah, like it is a shame that pause storage kind of fucked up the whole game, but I think we've done a good job at like integrating it into our community. Like readjusting the leaderboards and like changing like our vernacular as far as how we reference these categories and speedruns and stuff. You know, calling something an any percent run, like any percent's probably leaving my vocabulary as far as like, you know, just like casual speaking goes. Like this is a PS2 run and then there's an Xbox run. And then there are 100% runs and like, yeah, you get the idea. Well, once upon a time, like, there was a very old, I mean, and people probably already know what this is, but a couple of decades ago, it was Speed Demos Archive. And Speed Demos Archive didn't even accept your run if you did something like this, because it was considered like, I guess there were like certain games that didn't allow you to submit a run if they did some kind of like glitchy gimmick like this. Like if you did pause storage on SDA 20 years ago, if the game had actually been like speedrun on SDA, like legitimately popular to speedrun on SDA, it probably wouldn't have been accepted, because you would have been called like cheating, like basically. This is the kind of thing that would 100% have been banned on SDA like 20 years ago. But yeah, I mean, I think that like speedrunning has become a lot more like open to glitches over the years, and different categories exist for that reason. But yeah, this is 100% just gimmicky. It's just a 100% just a gimmick. You just gimmick the whole game to get to the end. Circumvent all the gameplay. It's not even creative, it's not even clever, it's just like, it's just slop basically. I guess like the patterns that we go in are somewhat creative, like deciding which levels we do pause storage on and like alternating them and like the levels we enter in which order and stuff. Which spatulas we actually use. I guess that's like somewhat creative, but it pales in comparison to Xbox for sure. The Xbox run is just way more intricate and woven. I mean, with Xbox, you got so much going on at the same time. Like, you're trying to unlock the spatulas for Sandy and Patrick. You're trying to do like get your dupe and set up a next dupe. You're collecting socks. You know, there's just so much. You're keeping your eye on your shiny objects the whole time. The Xbox one is just like so complicated, and there's just so much happening at the same time. The only thing you do in this is just, you know, the only objective is to unlock the levels that you do pause storage and the final area as quickly as possible. That's the only objective, and then you just finish the game. I'm gonna make a decision about Xbox next week.
Suck it to 'em, SpongeBob.
I'm feeling better about where this is at the moment, but we're gonna see if anything changes in the next several days, and then we'll make a decision then.
That's the ticket. Suck it to 'em, SpongeBob. That's the ticket. Suck it to 'em, SpongeBob. And the Suck it to 'em, SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Cactus, thanks for 7 months. But yeah, this makes perfect sense to have it. I mean, they're literally different versions of the game.
Suck it to 'em, SpongeBob.
There's a bunch of other weird shit in this version too. Like you can pause the game while drowning, which is not doable on GameCube and PS or Xbox. It's like clearly a less updated version of the game. And like the later versions, you know, like the GameCube port didn't have the prompt for taking the memory card out. The Xbox version doesn't even have a memory card, so like PS2 is like effectively the 1.0 version. GameCube is like 1.01 and Xbox is like 1.02 effectively. Like there are clear like jumps up in quality from each version.
Suck it to 'em, SpongeBob.
So yeah, it's because the run is so different, it makes perfect sense to have them separate. Like, who wouldn't be curious about what a run would look like without this shit? You know?
ticket. Suck it to him, SpongeBob. That's the ticket. That's the ticket. Suck it to him, SpongeBob. That's the ticket. Suck it to him, SpongeBob. That's the ticket. That's the ticket. Suck it to him, SpongeBob.
Happy New Year.
Suck it to him, SpongeBob.
So like if he hits twice, like
Suck it
it's
to
already
him,
over.
SpongeBob.
Unless I'm not realizing something, I'm pretty sure that like the run's over if he hits twice. Like in what situation wouldn't it be? I feel like it's just over. If he hits the same arm twice, you just can't even get it.
Suck it to him, SpongeBob. Suck it to him, SpongeBob. That's the ticket. Suck it to him, SpongeBob. Oh, and the robot is down.
So
I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. Yikes! Looks like SpongeBob's in for a rough ride. That does it. SpongeBob is back in the fight. Suck it to him, SpongeBob. Suck it to him, SpongeBob. Suck it to him, SpongeBob.
so
Suck it to him, SpongeBob. Look at that. The robot's made himself dizzy. That does it. SpongeBob is back in the fight. Yikes! Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned.
what's up?
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned!
It's fine. We're gonna do a little short one this afternoon, take a nap and come back later.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain?
I'll probably start my stream before the new year though.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Will
Thanks for the
SpongeBob
good
be
luck.
able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned!
Happy New Year. That's the ticket! Suck it to him, SpongeBob! Look at that! The robot's made himself dizzy! That does it! SpongeBob is back in the fight! Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? fine.
Stay tuned!
If only. So, let's actually rewind a little bit to like a month ago when people were like, you know,
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize
I actually
the
kind of
giant
enjoy
robot's
it.
brain? Or will SpongeBob
I kind of
go
like
home
this run in its
defeated
own
and
way.
dejected? Stay tuned!
So what do you think, guys? You still feel the same way? Have you had enough of the slop? It's just different, man. It's just a different, you know. It's just a little different. It's fresh, it's new. Have you consumed enough slop? It's just a little different. Like, it's just a different category where you do the same thing for 19 minutes. It's just a little different. Just a little quirky. Little unique.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned.
Just a little bit different. Still the same game. Well, we do brain with cruise boosting. Nothing really overlaps except for dream, really. Just a little bit different. A little different. Nothing wrong with different. Have a good one. Thanks, man. Happy New Year. I always forget, is it like 9 hours off or something? Yeah, I love doing fucking walking for 30 minutes. And then resetting the swingerless. And if you don't reset the swingerless, you gotta hold it for like 40 minutes after you actually get it. Sounds like fun. It's almost like the game sucks no matter what you do. I mean, I'd still rather do Xbox any % than any of the other runs, but that run still sucks too, because it's just awful playing. See how bad this can be.
Ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain! I can't hear you! Aye, aye, Captain!
Well. Yeah. I make myself a snack, but there's no time!
Yeah, but Xbox any % has cruise boosting as well. Just PS2, that's just cringe, that's all.
Go. You're
It just seems weird right now. Because I haven't done Xbox runs since this got found, but like, trust me, a year from now it'll be more accepted the way things currently are. Unless they change again. Which honestly I could see that happening, let's be real.
Are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain! I can't hear you! Aye, aye, Captain!
Well. I make myself a snack, but there's no time!
Go. You're.
We can't jellyfish today. I'm going fishing for robots.
I don't really know. This isn't good. See what we can do there.
With sleep to
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain!
well.
Does anybody have any ideas for like some fun stuff we can do tonight?
There's no time.
Like memes? Because it's been a lot of slop and I kind of want to like have people watch tonight. Because the whole month I've just been doing this and people are getting sick of it, I can tell. We've already done movie 1,000 times. We've done the Titans no hit. We've done all this stuff. I don't know. What can we do? It's different. Something that everybody would want to come to soon. I feel like movie can always be milked, but maybe there's something we can do. What if we do a lights, camera, pants playthrough with the, you know, like the max difficulty timer? That could be kind of fun, honestly. Duck Dynasty. I feel like Duck Dynasty is like... I feel like Duck Dynasty isn't gonna like get people to like show up. That's more like if they already were here. I feel like it's gotta be something SpongeBob related to get people to actually come. We haven't even done it this year, have we? We haven't even done the lights camera. Maybe. I mean, I know we did it like sometimes. We did Dutchman on the New Year that one time.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain!
Yeah, I kind of just want to get people to tune in. That's how I'm currently feeling. I want people to actually tune in.
I make myself a snack, but there's no time!
Happy New Year. Yeah, it'll be funny, but like... You can't deny that like the stream has been slow lately because of all the fucking PS2 slop that we've been doing.
Go. You're...
Yeah, I really think this run has like 10 more seconds to go or something. Not much more. Before routing is needed. Like new strats.
We can't jellyfish today. I'm going fishing for robots.
Dude, what the hell, man?
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you.
A sloppy sleepover, man.
Well,
If we were gonna do that tonight, I'd have to like take a nap now.
Yep. I make myself a snack.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain!
well,
I make myself a snack, but there's no time.
Maybe there could be some kind of a twist to it, like we play the game with a timer, but like something else is like going on while we're doing it. What if I played 2 games at the same time? would that be something?
Go.
Would that even be doable?
You're
That'd be fucking hard. I'd have to set everything up for that. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, we've done Titans of the Tide. We've done like no-hit attempts of it. What if we just simply do just that? Just more Titans of the Tide, no hits. It's pretty agreeable. You know?
We can't jellyfish today. I'm going fishing for robots.
It is decent, yeah. That's so cooked. I'm actually gonna reset. Because that was like my biggest early game time loss.
I can't hear you.
Yeah. Well, that's why this game was well loved by kids when it came out. Because you don't have to beat it to have fun.
well,
You just explore.
I make myself a snack, but there's no time.
It's a perfect game, really. Too bad we got the slop on PlayStation. Oh yeah, I'm working on new merch, by the way. It's gonna be like a sloppy merch. Like slop t-shirts and stuff.
You're
Yeah, getting 100% in this game. Sloppy pajamas, yeah, it's a good idea. The fucking sloppy sleepover. Yeah, getting 100% in this game as a kid wasn't too bad, but the movie game,
Jellyfish today. I'm going fishing for robots.
that took a long time. Getting 100% on the movie game as a kid was very difficult to do, without like guides and stuff. Having to figure out all the extras and the time challenges. Like, you literally had to do speedrun skips to beat those. They were impossible to do without like cutting corners, like jumping off of shit and doing that. It's probably why people remember the game as being difficult, because like there were just some stupid things they made you do to get 100%. It really truly was stupid. But they tried to make it easier, it just wasn't. Yeah, it's not obvious in the original game. There must have been a miscommunication when I went to their studio to help with Rehydrated, when I said like it'd be cool to have like a subtle like target etched into the tanker lid to kind of like, so if you look closely you notice it, you can hit it with it. Like that would have been like cool to like kind of like, you know, subtly show the player what to do. And I literally said like it should be like very subtle, not like a red, like a giant red button or something that like has the thing on it. And then guess what they literally did? So there must have been like some kind of a translation error, or like some kind of like a miscommunication there. Because they literally did what I suggested they shouldn't do. It would have been better unchanged. One of the other suggestions that I made, I'm pretty sure this was my suggestion. If I went back and watched my old videos, a suggestion that actually made it into the game was like changing the buttons to make them like, for example, the buttons that you have to bowl have like bowling pins on them. The cruise bubble buttons have like little targets on them. You know, that was one of the changes I suggested, and they ended up putting that in the game. Yeah, that was my bad. It's also probably my fault that Sand Mountain looks like Goo Lagoon as well. Because they said, like, it was placeholder. Like, when I went there, they said that when I was playing Sand Mountain, they said that the textures are placeholder. And I thought they were referring to the blue, like the blue cliffs and stuff. And I said, oh no, it looks good. And they just left it in the game, but what I realized later, you know how I used to wear those like yellow glasses that help with my eyesight and shit? Like they would help me like not strain my eyes when I played. I was wearing those glasses when I was like playing the game at the studio. So I didn't notice that the sand was like yellow. So yeah, they just ended up keeping the yellow sand in Sand Mountain. I thought they were talking about the blue cliffs. See, that's my fault, 100%. I mean, let's be real. They could have just not taken my suggestion, but like, yeah. Happy New Year. That was probably my fault that we got the piss-colored Sand Mountain. Because like, if you look at the, like, they did like a little like Christmas postcard in 2019. It was like you know, Happy Holidays or whatever. It's like SpongeBob with a Santa hat. He's like in front of the ski lodge and like a fully rendered, like rehydrated, you know, Battle for Bikini Bottom like concept art. And the sand is white in that image, so like clearly it was supposed to be white, but they just left the Goo Lagoon placeholder in. So yeah, that was my bad probably, that ended up looking like that. But yeah, the game looks old now anyway, like people are just gonna play the original game. Thanks, dude. People are just gonna play the OG game regardless, so. I was thinking about doing a lights, camera, pants run tonight for the memes, because, you know, it's like the new year. People haven't really watched it a lot lately. I was thinking that could be something fun. Yeah, the fact that we even got one at all is very cool. If it weren't for the remake, we wouldn't have gotten the newer games as well. So it's all just the snowball effect. Like, without the success of Rehydrated, there wouldn't have been Cosmic Shake, there wouldn't have been Titans of the Tide. If Rehydrated didn't sell 2 million copies when it did, we wouldn't have gotten any of that shit. So it is pretty awesome. I can't wait to make the documentaries, but we got some stuff that we have to do first, obviously. Yeah, I mean, like, we got Titans of the Tide, right? That was a really fun game. Feels like a return to form. Definitely the second best SpongeBob platformer, for sure. It might be the best gameplay-focused SpongeBob platformer as far as casual experience goes. This game is way more fun in terms of atmosphere and exploration and, like, collecting stuff. Like, this game is a better collectathon than that game is a platformer, but the platforming in that game is really fun. Yeah, it's a decent game. Just wish there were more content. Yeah, this game is much more of a collectathon than that game is. Cosmic Shake was like a story-driven, like fetch quest, like, I don't know, it was a weird game. Weird game. You know what game it kind of reminds me of is The Simpsons Hit and Run, the Cosmic Shake. Because you kind of just like do like tasks for people and like go back and forth and like it's not really like gameplay focused as much as it is like just doing tasks for people. And like Simpsons does have like some like platforming here and there, but it's mostly just like doing chores for people and like occasionally racing and stuff. But what makes that game fun is that there's like optional exploration. Like if you're just doing the story missions in that game, you're not getting the most out of it. But that's actually kind of what it reminds me of, what Cosmic Shake reminds me of. Road Rage is so bad, dude. Road Rage is so bad. The Simpsons game is actually good. I actually like that game. Hit and Run is definitely a little bit better, but Road Rage is also, or Simpsons game is good too. They're both good, but Hit and Run is definitely the best of the console Simpsons games. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Simpsons Skateboarding is the same company or same development studio that did like the Disney like Extreme Skate one. And I'm pretty sure that like people like that one for some reason. It's like better, I don't know. Yeah, Simpsons has a lot of games, kind of like this game. This franchise has. You know which franchise has a fucking shit ton of games for like. Well, I guess it does have some staying power, but like the movies have like the number of Harry Potter games that came out during that like 10-year period is fucking insane, dude. Like there was literally like a Potter game for like every fucking, like take for example like Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, right, or Sorcerer's Stone, depending on like localization. That game had Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, PS2, PS1, and a PC release, and there might have even been one more if I'm not even like remembering properly. But yeah, 5 unique versions of that game, just for the first movie. Because they made them based on the movies. Like, there are 2 separate games for Deathly Hallows. I'm pretty sure that they're the same. There might be like a 3DS version or something, I don't really know. But yeah, those are games that have like, I think within the first couple of Potter movies, there are 10 games total. Which is fucking insane. There's just too many Potter games. And they do speed runs where they literally beat every single one straight in a row. It takes like a day and a half total. Insane. Yup, they got Lego games too. Yeah, I don't think they include those in the full series run though. They had spin-off games like Quidditch. I don't think they include that either. I'm pretty sure they only include the ones that are like based on the story. Like, well, I guess like the Legos are like based on the stories too, but like you know what I'm saying, like the Lego games are probably more like Lego speedrunning. I mean, those games spanned like generations of gaming, where like the first 3 games are much more like platformers and like collectathons, like puzzlers, you know, like kind of like the Zelda and Mario games were in the 90s, right? And then like the middle games are more like multiplayer, aren't they? No, the 4th game is more like multiplayer to like capitalize on that like multiplayer beat 'em up phase. And then there was like the Wii era with like the Wiimote, like casting spells with the Wiimote and stuff. And then, you know, like the 3rd-person RPG crap, and then the shooters, like literally the final The Final Potter games are like literally like shooters. You actually just like aim down sights and shoot people.
Go. Spot here.
So you just have like all these games, like different genres, like depending on whatever was like the popular genre at the time. It's kind of funny. I mean, this game, the Battle for Bikini Bottom or SpongeBob, I mean, it didn't escape from that bullshit either. Like they had, you know, well, Lights, Camera, Pants, although it was a very fun game, was still just like multiplayer slop, right? That was the era of the multiplayer slop. That was just like a phase, like 2004 to 2006 was just like multiplayer beat 'em ups like Shrek 2. Like all the licensed games are doing multiplayer beat 'em ups. Happy sloppy. I was thinking about doing a run of Lights, Camera, Pants tonight, just to cleanse myself from this for like one day, and kind of get some people back in here.
Can't jellyfish today. I'm going fishing for robots.
That was almost a fucking disaster. Like, not only was the ball trajectory like insanely bad, but like the dropped input after that was just terrifying.
With sleep too.
I disagree with that. I think that Mario Party and LCP are distinct. They're very different kinds of games. Alright, so here's the deal. Here's the dilemma. I really have to poop. And by the time I'm done pooping, like, you know, it'll already be around the amount of time that I planned on streaming this afternoon. I played Shrek the Fairy Tale Freakdown. That was one of the worst games I've ever played. But yeah, I do have to poop. I guess if we're gonna do something different tonight, I'm just gonna set up for that. You know? Yeah, we'll do media share. But yeah, I'm gonna go now. Because I have to use the bathroom, and like I said, when I get back, it's gonna be like almost time anyway. So. Oh shit. Yeah, Barnyard is getting a bit of a resurgence, isn't it? The licensed game community. Alright. I'll be back tonight. maybe we'll do some more slop after whatever we do. But yeah, I'll ping you in the Discord server when I go live. Just join that for updates. I'll see you right back here in the evening for a New Year's sloppy party, okay? See you soon, guys.